Hi, everybody. It's Katie Scherer, founder and lead creative of Big Picture Strategies LLC. We are coming at you for our second live video. So I want to welcome my growing community. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I am delving into some foundational information tonight. A lot of clients that I work with regard to brand consulting and strategizing, and especially in the beginning stages as they're putting together what they want to do and say and put out into the world and put their name on. You have to start with some heavy hitting questions that don't necessarily take just a couple. Sorry, that's Ursa. Questions that don't necessarily take just a couple minutes to answer in your head. And some of these questions, I'm going to give you the top three tonight. Some of these questions really require like a bit of writing and some real like maybe some conversation with your biggest supporters and stakeholders, your inner circle, to maybe bounce some of these ideas off of other people so that that they're thought out and verbalized and tested and true. These are some really important questions to ask of yourself and whoever's in business with you. So I'm going to give you the top three foundational questions to help you to begin to explore differentiating your brand. The first one is, how does your brand innovate? So that might be a question that requires a little bit of reflection. If you are, say, a textile creator, and you're like, well, I make these bags. They might not be innovative to you to at the first go when you think about it, if your mind isn't naturally inclined to go that way. So it might take you a couple minutes to really think to yourself, how does this innovate? Not just provide aesthetics, um, not just provide quality, and not just providing service, exceptional service, but how does your brand innovate? What does your brand bring to your space, your circle of influence? What does your brand bring to be a game changer? What can you tout as your special kick in the industry? How are you going to take this industry forward? That's who people want to trust and work with. So that leads into the second question that you really need to have a good answer for. What impact are you making in your industry? Now, again, you may be at a really entry level phase of even putting together a brand, or you may be 3 years in to a really successful business, and you're just kind of starting to think about how to nurture and elevate your brand. There's many levels of entry with my course on branding, which is fantastic because I'm going off on a tangent. There really is, it's never too late to develop a beautiful story around your brand, no matter what it is. So going back to my question, what impact are you making in your industry? So what I'm going back to is, you might be really experienced and have some hard numbers on the impacts you're making in your industry, and in that respect, you should be well prepared to develop this line of thought and in that way. Um, but somebody who doesn't necessarily have the numbers and the success in sales or the book of clients or the years of experience, that's okay. You still can answer this question. You may not have, the business numbers to support it if you're in a very conceptual phase or a very entry level phase, and that's all okay. In fact, that's really good. I can't wait to talk to you more about that in a later date, at a later date. Um, so you might want to get creative. What impact are you making in your industry? What impact do you desire to make in your industry? You can certainly phrase it that way if that's better suited for your situation. Um, And you might want to phrase this in a couple of ways in your introspection. What impact do I dream about our industry experiencing, and what goals can I take to get there or to do my part in getting there industry wide, and then how would I make that story known? There's so much good stuff here. So what impact are you making in your industry? Following how does your brand innovate? What impact are you making in your industry? Those really, of course, go hand in hand. Then we're getting into the third leg of the stool. What are your brand attributes? How will your business be recognized and remembered? Um, so this obviously is the tip of a very exciting and creative iceberg as we delve into all the assets in your branding and growing and developing your brand voice and what you want your brand to look like. That's all really cool. That all starts here. You don't have to have all of those answers right now, but you do, at this point in the game, want to have a good direction for you where you want that to go. Because it is at this time that you are actually putting in the work and mind space to do this. So this needs to be kind of like, I wouldn't say this has to be step one of your plan. Excuse me. I've got all that stuff going on. This doesn't have to be step one of your plan, but it certainly should be in tangent to the very beginning phases of your business development and or brand development. Like I said, there's so much amazing work that you can do as an established business owner. This is not just for entrepreneurs. Again, excuse me. So I am very excited to share these fundamentals and more with all of you in the coming weeks and months as we explore this. But you can have my entire downloaded course, down my entire brain download is what I'm trying to convey here. It didn't really come across. My entire course streaming for a discounted price for you guys. Rabia has dropped the links in the link in the comments on where to see what my course offers. It's all this and more. This is excuse me, representative of a tiny part of a really comprehensive brand fundamentals course. So, oh, thank you. My husband came through with water. Thank you so much, babe. Thank you, Derek. So, I want to encourage you to do a lot of thought about your brand and then share it with me in the comments or on social. I love to hear the journeys that people are having as they explore these thoughts and creative paths for their business. That's where I love to be with my clients, the people I work with, fundamentally strategizing these exact things and amazing ways, and the sky's the limit on where it can go. And so that's what we do here at Big Picture Strategies LLC. Again, please follow that link in the comments that my assistant, Rabia, hi Rabia, I do have the very best assistants in the world. Rabia has dropped the link in the comments where you can get my course and you can find my consultation link if you want to discuss this further. With regard to your specific needs, that can happen this coming week if you need it to. And also, link to Big Picture Strategies and a free download that I have there, which outlines a lot of this too. And that's yours for free with no obligation. So it's Katie Scherer. Have a great night. I'll see you guys next week.